Thinking.
Yeah.
Hi, Gampie.
Hi.
Yeah.
How are
How you
you?
doing, Connor?
Great, how are you?
Slippers and I'm
You're looking good.
No, I have slippers if you want them.
So are you.
I have guest slippers.
no, I'm
No?
fine.
Okay.
If you don't.
No, I don't mind at all. Whatever you
There's
like.
no mud.
There's no mud. No, wouldn't matter if there was.
Oh, no.
Hi, Gampie.
Con.
How are you?
I'm good, dear. How are you?
Great.
God, have you grown 5 inches?
Oh, probably. Yeah.
At
It's kind of hard
least.
to keep up. It's kind of hard to keep up.
At least 5,
You're
right?
looking good,
Yes.
staying slim. haircut.
Yeah?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Wow.
Yeah.
How are you coping?
New
Quick
glasses?
coffee.
Low.
No? No? Okay. I'm
Come on in, unpack.
All right, come.
What's that you got there?
Oh, it's, this. It's one of these, small camcorders.
Oh,
Remember
That's
the
all.
ones you had to, yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
oh,
Those
Yeah.
ones.
These are palm size.
Yes.
Everything is
Yeah.
small.
Wow.
Yeah.
Everything is small. Yeah.
have you got another camera?
Hello. Have you got another camera, Connor? I don't think so. I think
No.
this is your main camera.
Yes.
He uses his
That's the camera in the house.
Samsung.
That's the camera in its house.
Yes.
In the house.
Yes.
Well, we have phones that take pictures, and I have a camera, an actual camera.
Do you know
Okay, well,
his camera died?
my camera has long. I got it in Aden. Yet that's how long ago it was.
Oh, okay.
And,
What was it again? The,
It was
I forget.
Canon.
Canon.
Oh,
Canon,
Canon.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good one,
It's a
good
good
one.
brand.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
But it's getting old.
Yeah.
Of course.
So it quit
Went
completely.
In other words,
I
it
took
went.
it to the photography place and Wales Lake, and they said that's not worth trying to fix.
Oh, yeah.
I said okay, so I got another one, another camera.
Months
And,
ago.
Admittedly, I'm having trouble getting it to do what I think it's supposed to.
Oh, okay.
The instructions, but it's not working yet.
Oh, okay.
Months ago, and he
But-
has not.
I want a picture of you and Connor,
Okay.
just you and Connor,
Right.
Yep.
because I got all sorts of pictures. I have my little in my man corner. I have my pictures
Okay.
over there. The only one I got of you is when I'm walking down the aisle, which is
Right.
you're
Yeah.
about this big.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Things have kind of moved on a lot since then.
You're looking pretty good.
See that picture, I think, holy crow.
You mean nobody's cut him out?
Anyway, before we
No,
go,
it's just
remind me,
you
we'll take a
two.
picture.
We can take a picture, or we can. Connor and I can have a picture taken and send
It's
it to you.
just you and Dad.
Oh, okay, good. Oh,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right. Oh.
But even so, I
Yeah,
think to
yeah.
myself,
Yeah, yeah, that was a little while ago, but hey, I did look okay, so that's not bad. And Dad looked great, so yeah, yeah. So we'll keep that. Yes.
but I think, surely we've come, I mean, even
We
at
just put this
Christmas
together
time.
yesterday.
Well, we'll send you Christmas
Yeah.
gifts.
Yeah, I mean, we
Yeah.
This
do.
thing.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
know where he.
Where he
Oh,
puts
really?
them. Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
handy place, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. That's okay.
Good.
That's okay. Yeah, Connor and I have put in
Did you have those
155
bricks along there?
bulbs in the last couple of weeks.
Last year?
Crow.
Yeah,
Right.
so spring should be really
bricks.
interesting.
Bricks. Oh,
Or we put them in recently.
What's that?
The bricks at the back.
Oh, those have been in for about, 4 or 5 years.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I just wanted a demarcation from the lawn to the garden. It was kind of getting a little mixed up. I could
Yes.
use.
Cutting the
Yeah,
hedge back
seen.
allows it to be seen.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, we did a lot of work on the garden this year.
Yeah.
Thing is, you can never tell,
Not
It's one of
this
those
time.
things. No, you're
Good.
right.
Come
Not at this time
spring.
of
Good
year.
bath,
Yeah,
sure
come
enough.
spring. We've got a whole bunch of flowers, 100 bulbs over there, or 75 or 100 bulbs over there. And sprinkled around the front and the back and everywhere. Yeah.
We just moved that tree over there yesterday.
Yeah, half a tree came down and fell over one of the rhododendrons. And I thought originally it was just a log. And then I went out there and it's like
The whole
10
tree.
feet of tree. So Connor and I were out there
There's been
pulling
so
it up
much
and
wind.
sawing. There has. There's been a lot of wind.
Really?
Yeah.
You got someone in to do the clipping?
Oh gosh, yeah. I
I was
wouldn't
going to
take
say,
that
that's
on.
fantastic.
Yeah, they do a pretty good job. I had my my housekeeper's husband doing it until this year, and he was a perfectionist. I mean,
Oh.
what kind of corners do you want? corners?
There's
Would you like them rounded or would you want them square? And I thought, ooh, whatever you like, Dawn, whatever you like. And this year I had my garden crew in, and it's just a young guy with clippers, and he left spots, and I had to kind of go out and, trim them up. So it wasn't as perfect as I was used to. So next time it happens, because they'll have to do it next time, it's a huge job, and Dawn's had enough. So, so I'll have to speak to my garden crew and say, look, I should have taken a look around before they left, but I just thought, how about
Look, you get something?
They're 8 feet across or
apparently you can just ignore whole pieces of
Oh,
it.
that's wide, isn't
and
it?
not clip it. So, yeah. Anyway.
Well, what happened to your housekeeper's husband?
Oh, he's just, it's a huge job, and, it takes a whole day, and he just said, I'm
done.
yeah, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
And I said, no, that's fine. And the other thing, his wife, Sharon, who
That's
cleans
rhododendron, right?
my
Yes.
house, Victoria's house, and Catherine's house, and all that kind of stuff. She would help them, and it was kind of a day. They would go out and they'd have a little picnic around the tree. It was fun, and they'd bring their dogs, and they had the whole yard to play in. But it's a huge job.
Yeah.
Once in a while I thought of tackling it, and I thought, yeah, no, I'd probably just do that, because I could pretty much do a straight
Oh, we've
line,
got pictures up.
because I have the clippers. Of course I have all the
Did you
equipment,
paint
but
that?
I don't use it.
No,
But I
Did
thought,
your mum
that's all I
paint
could do. That's it.
I
That's the end of it.
don't think
And I
so.
don't want to. When you get right down to it, I don't want to. I'd
That's
rather
a good
employ
reason.
someone. Yeah, I'd rather employ someone to do it. Yeah. So what would you like to start? Do you want coffee or tea, or what would you like?
Coffee would be lovely.
Coffee would be great.
It's good.
Okay. Milk and sugar, Dad?
Yes,
Remember
please.
me,
Remember
Half
you? Who are
coffee.
you?
coffee,
Half milk?
and the rest. But don't fill it too full because of mine.
Oh, okay. So that entertainment has gone out the window. I was kind of
Yeah.
looking forward to, but okay.
Sorry.
Okay. No, I'll be back in a minute.
That's a beautiful painting.
Yes, that's nice.
We got it recently.
That's what I recognized, yeah.
Sky's gone. You see that little thing?
I don't mind, do
I
you?
won't touch anything.
It's still recording.
Menu.
So Dad, what you should do next time you come over
Yeah.
is bring your camera. Connor's a real whiz at this stuff.
Is he?
He could,
Yes.
He
Yeah.
could help you with all the, instructions that aren't clear, and all the graphics that you're supposed to understand
Yeah.
and recognize what they mean. I don't.
Okay.
I keep saying, honey, you've had that camera for how long?
Well,
Years?
I'll
No.
get to it. I'll get to it.
yeah. Well, you have to be in the right frame of mind, because
Yeah.
you really have to focus.
Yeah, I get very
Pardon the pun.
frustrated when it's
Yeah.
not doing what I think it should.
Well, exactly.
And
Yeah.
then after half a dozen times I say to hell. with it.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm the same way with most gadgets. You try
Yeah.
the clear, easy instructions,
Yeah. I mean,
which are big fat lies, we know.
We found some instructions for something after, I can't remember what it was, after we had put it together eventually.
And it was a big bolt missing.
No, it was okay. But the thing was, there was English, there was French,
Japanese or something.
everything.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, God.
12 flavors. Yeah. Oh
You know,
yeah.
this thick thing.
Oh yeah. And this much of it is relative to what you need to know. The rest of it is in another language.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. You realize how many of these they ship across the
Yeah.
world. Yeah, like languages. Yeah. So yeah, bring it over, and Connor.
Well, I did think
know.
about it today,
Yeah.
actually, but I thought
Oh.
maybe not, and I'll ask. So I didn't ask, he told me. It's
Ah,
good. It's
okay.
even better.
Oh well, okay. There's that.
See, Arlene
I was out
disgusted,
with the
thinks I should
dog.
fix it.
See, he was reading the paper.
I see. I
I
see.
was out with the dog,
Yeah.
cleaned up the kitchen, turned the dishwasher on, made
Yeah.
the bed,
Yeah.
looked at the floor and thought I need to sweep, but
Oh,
I
shoot.
didn't.
No, good for you. You can save that for later on in the day. Something to look forward to.
I know when we leave, we usually go grocery shopping.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Yeah?
Well,
Yeah.
that was the problem yesterday. I was planning to go up and get a few things at Sobeys.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dad his chair, his recliner in the living room is starting to get tears in it.
Oh, yeah.
Can't do
So
anything about it.
we have a friend in the building, and we were up at her apartment not too long ago, and one of the chairs your dad was really hooked on.
Oh.
So he asked her, we ran into her in the garage, he asked her about it, and she said she got it at Jordan's
Oh, very nice.
when it was only in the valley.
Oh. Okay, so a little
Yeah.
while ago.
She and her husband are doctors, retired. She's a widow now. But anyway, so I'm thinking, okay, you bought it at Jordan's. So she said, and Jordan's is now up at Bears Lake.
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't realize. So anyway,
Is that a new picture
we
too?
went in.
No, it's
She's
not.
No.
Go past Home Sense.
That is.
Yeah,
So I
I like that one.
saw Home Sense and I said, okay, we'll go. I could see Jordan's up there.
Yeah, they got a nice big sign. Yeah.
But I went into where Best Buy is,
Mm-hmm.
thinking I could get to Jordan's that way.
No,
But of
no.
course you can't.
No, it's a rat nest. Yeah, yeah.
So I came out and I turned right. And I kept driving and driving, thinking there would be,
Eventually. Yeah, a
but
turn
there
out.
wasn't.
Oh, gosh.
Because I turned right
Yeah.
up Washmill.
So 3 days later, we finally got
Yeah,
there.
no kidding. Oh,
We're
yeah.
going and going, and there's no light. No light.
No, it's like being in
And-
the country.
Yeah, and I mean, there's traffic every time
Oh,
I
yeah,
think.
lots of traffic.
Lots of traffic.
Yeah.
So I pulled into one place thinking if I wait here, there'll be an opening I can go across.
Right.
No. So I
For heaven's
turned
sakes.
right again thinking I'll surely run into a red light. Anyway, no, but eventually I did get to the other side. Down we go, all the way to where I should have been.
Right, right.
Up the road, turn left, we go into Jordan's. We spent best part of an hour there.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
There
Yeah.
was no chair like near us.
Oh.
And the salesperson, your dad said to her, we're looking, we've got a sale on. And he said, we're looking in the 400,
Range.
500 range.
Right.
So help me God, the cheapest chair she
Oh,
showed us
Lord,
on
yeah.
sale,
Yeah.
$1,199.
Oh, I was just gonna say.
And they're all
Oh,
that and
yeah.
above. And for,
Outrageous.
if we were
Oh,
going to have it
my
for
God.
a long time, I wouldn't
And
be.
not only that, she said, we can, any color you can choose. She said, the only thing is that right now, delivery is 6 months.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the supply chain is, yeah. That's a
No idea, no idea. I was shocked.
Holy
And I kept
Moses.
thinking, honey, let's get out of here.
Yeah,
I-
yeah.
And he wasn't looking at the price tags and they were in big.
Yeah, letters, yeah, numbers rather, yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, eventually, I said, the last chair, $1,199, I said, okay, honey, I said, why don't we ask the kids to chip in and buy this chair for Christmas for us?
Mhm.
I said, we'll go and we'll talk to them about that.
Right, right.
And I
I
said,
put a stop to
then-
that right there.
Then we'll,
I like all the goodies.
I mean, I'm trying to get away from this dad.
Yeah, right, please,
did you want to choose a color? I said, no, we'll get back in touch with you and
When hell
decide
freezes
on
over,
that
yes.
once we've sorted this out.
I wonder if Lazy Boy would have
Well,
better
no, we
choice.
went to the Brick.
Okay.
The Brick had a big sale.
Yeah.
And what were their prices? Any better?
Oh, yeah. 400, what did we pay, 400 and something for that chair?
I forget.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
really.
Well, yeah, there's such a range now, and the joke is at Martin and Victoria's they bought this wonderful chair, and Mom has a very similar one actually, and you could fall asleep in it. It's so luscious,
Yeah.
and it heats and it cools, and you can plug all your stuff into it, and I think Martin and Victoria's and Mom's, I think it vibrates. I mean, it does everything but vacuum,
Yeah.
which is what I would want.
Yeah,
I would
me
want
too.
the one that vacuums.
Yeah, well, they're
Yeah.
there.
Oh gosh, oh yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, and you can put your beer and your stuff on the side.
Yeah, they had them at Jordan.
Didn't see any of those.
Oh God, you'd never get out of it. You wouldn't need a bed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, made a change.
Anyway, we're not getting Jordan's chair, so you don't
No,
have to worry.
no, I'm not surprised. I am not surprised.
I mean, I said to her, at our age, you know, thinking about one chair she showed us, I said, at our age, thinking about spending that much on a chair is,
Stupid.
you know,
Stupid.
yeah.
Well, did you ever watch? Of course, I can't remember it. The comedy show with Kelsey Grammer. Oh, what was it called? They had the two brothers, and he was a radio psychologist.
Yeah.
Oh, and the father who lived with Kelsey Grammer had this chair that he moved in with him, and it was all duct taped, and it was in an awful plaid. It was in a really like lime green and brown or something, and poor Kelsey Grammer's character, you know, had this very swish apartment, you know, everything was just so, and then his father moved in with him and plonked down this ugly big chair with all this duct tape on
Yeah.
it.
I
You
got
might
a,
want to consider that
got
then.
a fair share of duct tape on what I've got.
Oh my God.
Different colours. Black, white.
Yeah,
Any color.
Gampie's he found this special tape that would tape up the crack that the chair had. But it is white, not
White.
clear,
White.
white. And I went out and I bought, you know, markers, because I thought, well, at least we could color the white tape, you know. Anyway,
Crazy idea.
he won't do it.
Why would he?
Well,
You asked him.
there's another slit coming just above it and to the left. I mean, just as big. It's, the arms coming apart at the seams. And you can't make it look anything more than it is. An old chair, patched up,
How long have you had that chair?
a long time.
Years.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
bought it in Niagara.
For 10 years there,
So
10
we
years
were
here,
there
at least 20 years.
99. Yeah,
So we're all there.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's moved around a fair bit since then, so
Yeah, and
it gets
and
bashed
then
around.
we bought our sofa, and
There you
And the
go.
big spring
Thank
Is
fella.
that okay?
yeah,
Is
that
right?
looks great.
Okay.
So that's another new painting, is it, Connor, right here?
I don't know if it is.
The one on the,
Oh, that one.
yeah,
I don't really know.
okay.
Hmm.
When I first looked at it, I thought that was snow.
Snow.
No, I mean, I was just seeing it from the corner, And I thought, is there snow there? And then I looked again and realized it was the water, but we don't need snow yet.
No.
I didn't talk about it.
They've got it in Alberta.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks,
okay,
Jean.
Costa- Sure, let me know if that's warm enough.
Oh,
I
all right.
said to
Oh, it's warm enough.
Rebecca apparently has been bringing a friend of hers to her dad.
How's that?
Maybe a little warmer.
A little warmer? Yeah. Okay. Yes, go on, I'm listening.
Yeah, she's been bringing a friend of hers to her dad's for lunch every day.
Oh my.
And this kid has, inappropriate clothing for the weather.
Oh.
And Sean said, it's because the mother allows her to pick what she wants to wear. She doesn't have any.
Okay, no
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Well.
she also doesn't give her lunch. So, of course,
Oh.
the kid, yeah. So the kid comes with Rebecca. So anyway, I said to Rebecca, I said, you've been bringing Lisa for lunch, I understand. She said, as of today, no more. She said, it's too cold.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
Too
Oh
cold.
my gosh.
What?
Oh,
Oh, for heaven's
too
sakes.
cold to walk
Oh,
from school to
yeah.
Sean's place. And that's quite near, actually.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to tell her, yeah, winter's coming.
Yeah.
Try that, Dad, let me know.
Well, I mean,
Fine now, I guess.
they already had snow.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. Yeah, and here we are, we're still getting humidity. I guess I shouldn't complain, should I?
Perfect.
No,
Oh,
no,
jeez.
no.
So how did your interview go yesterday?
Oh, thanks for asking.
Well, I was sending up.
Yeah, well, I think it worked. I certainly felt good about the interview. This was an interview with emergency medical services,
Yeah.
or rather emergency medical care, in Burnside Industrial Park. Jeez, it might as well be Montreal.
Yeah.
Anyway, great people. When I was sitting in the reception area, I always kind of, see what's going on and
Yeah.
what the culture's like. And everybody was very collegial, respectful, professional. When people came in from the outside, they had a RCMP officer coming in to drop off subpoenas for something. And, they were very helpful and great senses of humor. Everybody, was joking back and forth with their colleagues. And I thought, this is great. I'm not seeing stress. I'm
Yeah.
seeing, and you saw paramedics in their black gear walking by, and apparently male paramedics have to be extraordinarily good looking. That is one of the criteria.
Same as a fireman.
I'm sick. Yeah. Oh, anyway, it was nice. The questions were what I expected. This is a new position, and they said they weren't looking for someone who had EMC experience. They were looking for someone who had a lot of policy experience, and I have it in spades. I'm not even sure that's politically correct anymore. I probably can't say that. Anyway, I thought
Did you use that?
no, God, no, you can't, no. You
Well,
can't
what
say-
would you be doing there?
Well, I would be coordinating their policies and standards and guidelines, and there are a lot of them
There
with
must be
respect to
a place like
paramedics
that,
and the
yeah.
organization. This is 1,600 people in the organization, including
Here?
paramedics, yeah,
Wow.
and nurses and communications people, and support staff and managers. They run everything from the ground ambulances in Nova Scotia to the life flights. And there's a communications center that has to handle all the incoming calls.
Yeah.
That's where Jacqueline is working. She's
Yeah,
going to be a
yeah.
dispatcher there.
Yeah.
And then there's a telehealth medical communications center. So I'm amazed that they do what they do with that number of people. I would have
No
thought it would be
idea.
more. Yeah,
No idea. You know, you see these things happening.
Yeah.
that's
and
right.
accept
You
them.
just don't
You
know.
don't figure out what's going on
what-
behind.
Yeah.
No,
But,
no.
To make it
wow.
happen.
Well, I don't know until I get, you know, an interview, and then I study up, and now I know a lot about everything.
If you don't know, you never will.
But I really like the people. They were, for the jobs they have, they were very friendly, good senses of humor. You know, I really thought, yeah, I could imagine myself working here. This would be a, you know, this would be a really good fit. I like these
It's a long
people.
drive.
Except it's on, yeah, God, yeah, I know.
Where is it exactly then?
Well, it's on Brownlow.
Brownlow, yeah.
Yeah, we're across from the, I didn't even notice it was there, the Delta Hotel. You'd have to look to find the Delta Hotel. But it's on Brownlow, across from the Delta Hotel in
Yeah,
a
well,
little,
Brownlow
well,
is one of the
three-story
main roads
Yes,
that
yeah.
drops off the Magazine Hill Road.
That's
You
right.
just get on it,
Yeah.
follow it, and you get up to
Sure,
the Delta.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Dad, sure, yeah, yeah.
Well, we used to, we used to go over to, we used to go over past Burnside a lot. There were some.
Yeah, that's how I view Burnside, as going past it.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So, yeah.
Anyway, I mean, I would really like the job. It's very challenging. They're looking at getting accreditation for their life flights. They've got accreditation for their ambulances and some other things. But that would be a big, they don't have, right now, they don't have accreditation for life flights, but that's what they're looking for. That would be something that I would be leading if I
Life
was
lights?
lucky enough to get them. Well, you know, the flights that you see them, the helicopters, the red helicopters.
Those helicopters.
That
Yeah,
land,
yeah.
they used to land close to Mum's place when she lived in
Bishop's Landing.
Bishop's Landing. There was a big spot there that they landed. I'm not sure where they land now, but they bring in people who can't be looked after in their local hospitals for whatever reason. Maybe they don't have the surgeons
Yeah.
or the capacity
And
or
they're
the
not,
equipment.
usually they're more ill than,
That's right, and they're
than
very.
someone who can go by ambulance.
That's right. That's right. Exactly.
They
You
need
know.
fast.
Exactly, fast attention. So, yeah, so I don't know. Mom was asking me the other day, well, how many helicopters do they have? And I said, you know, I went through their annual reports. I looked at everything. I did not see numbers for ambulances or life flights. It's not on the web anyway. It's
Must be up.
in their records.
I wouldn't imagine they'd have more than two, maybe
Yeah,
three
Maybe three
maximum.
max. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, we're not talking an Air Canada fleet here.
Because exactly, they stabilize the patient and they go by air.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they can't, you know, they have to be quite ill.
Oh, gosh, yes. Yeah.
To use the flight.
So wherever we see one going over, and we would see a lot at Bishop's Landing, we always thought, okay, prayers are with you. You're in rough shape. Yeah, yeah. So I came out of there thinking, wow, this is great, and I did everything I could, and but you know, you never ever know.
No.
You either never hear another word, or you'll get, you know, maybe 2 months later you'll hear something, but you never ever get feedback either. So you never know. You know where did I fall down? You know, is it a general thing? Was it specific to a question? But you can't learn.
You can't pick up the phone and ask them?
No.
So like they don't say to you, we'll be in touch.
Oh, they
bye.
all say that.
Yeah, bye.
Well, in this case, they said they would know next week. So.
Yeah, they want to get started in a hurry.
Well, you know, they were really quick. I put my application in, I don't know, the end of, I don't know, September, beginning of October, and within 2 weeks, okay, we're setting up interviews, you know. So they're really on it, you know, they really want this position filled, which is great, because then there's, you know, other places where they just, you don't hear from them ever. And 6 months later, you get an email saying, oh yeah, the competition is closed, we filled the position. Thanks. Yeah, could have figured that out myself. Yeah.
It's only,
Anyway,
only polite
you know.
to acknowledge the fact that someone's been interviewed and
Yeah. When they
expressed.
go as far as an interview, they should.
Oh, but they don't. It's all broken down. You don't hear anything. I mean, I always write an email thanking them for their time and interest and all that kind of stuff. And to me, that's, that's proper protocol, and that's what I'm used to doing. But in terms of the potential employers, respecting the people who, as you say, made the time and the effort to come into an interview, no, nothing. Very few firms realize that how they treat prospective candidates affects.
Spills over.
It does affects people's
Yeah.
thoughts about, would I work for this company? I had an interview with Grant Thornton, and they sent an email, I guess, within a week, saying, what was your experience interviewing? How did you like it? Unfortunately, they screwed it up royally in this case, but I let them know. And I thought, if you are really taking this seriously, then you will take this seriously.
Fix it.
Yeah. So how you treat people applying, forget about, whether they're
Yeah. Hired or not.
hired or not. It's the chain. And people
Yeah.
are on social media
Sure they are.
saying, and you can get online on these sites and find out how people's interviews went. If you want to post how you were treated by an organization, you can, and people read it. That's one of the things I do when I research an organization. I read what people are saying. Now, mind you, the people who are saying stuff 8 times out of 10 are the people who have a grudge. They're not. That's just the way we are. We will write something and reply to something if we've got a complaint, but not so much on the good news
Yeah, I
side.
was just gonna say.
Yeah. Yeah, but I take that all in consideration. If I'm
Yeah.
hearing the same thing over and over and over again, lousy management, lousy management, lousy management, lousy management, I think,
Yeah.
okay,
Some
yeah,
truth in it.
there's something going on, yeah.
Yeah. If they're big enough to be listed on the TSX or something like that, you could research, the whole company and
Exactly,
see,
exactly.
this magnificent profit, how much is the debt?
Well, yes, exactly,
And,
exactly.
how it might be down the road.
Yeah, the financials and the CEO and, his or her
Yeah,
record and
yeah,
all
yeah,
that stuff, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's important to me. It's, in some ways, it's more important than the salary. I'd like to work with, people I enjoy, people who respect me.
Yeah.
And enjoy the work. And
Sure.
this place fits that bill, except for the lousy location.
When I think about how I ended up in perinatal, I was, they were reducing the amount of clinical experience that student nurses were having
Oh, yes.
because there were fewer births, and there were too many all descending on the grace because they
Oh,
closed the
okay.
infirmary
Oh, okay.
obstetrics. And so you had less and less time. And I disapproved of that,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess I mentioned, to a couple of the nurses.
Oh, that's so unlike you.
Everybody knows Eileen.
So they said, well,
But we
There's-
love her anyway.
there's a position as a supervisor in the nursery, and there's also a position down in the
Of course she
clinic.
does.
And I said, clinic? And they said, yeah. And I said, I'll think about it. So I'm on my way out of the building, and the director of nursing comes out of her office and says, I would like to speak with you. So somebody had gotten in touch with her and told her I was considering
Okay.
leaving my
Okay.
job.
Right. Mm-hmm.
She said, I would like you to take the position in perinatal. And I said, oh? I said, I'm not familiar with it. So she quickly ran through a few things, and I said, that sounds very interesting.
Is it in Burnside? Yeah.
Yes, she said, it is. And could you start
Yesterday.
in 2 weeks? And I said, I guess I give him
Yeah,
my.
after I finish that, yeah, I
Yeah.
could move on, yeah.
So I gave in my resignation, and then the last day, well, I was, because of the, few availabilities, I was taking my students on nights.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
oh my.
So, well, I mean, if you're working in the nursery, it doesn't matter.
No, no,
But on
no.
the other hand, it really wasn't. And you're in obstetrics, whatever,
Mm-hmm,
the
mm-hmm,
same thing.
mm-hmm.
So I figured I'm finished. So I take my nurse's shoes, size 10,
Mm-hmm.
and I take them down and I put them at the desk that has nothing on it in
Okay,
the clinic.
marking your spot, so to speak, yes.
So Colleen,
Just like Alfred.
Yeah, that's right.
Colleen and Jessie come in on Monday morning. They get there a little before I do. And they see the shoes and they say, oh my God, they're white. They're clean. Oh, what are we getting?
Eileen.
What are we getting? You're getting the cyclone, yes.
They told me after.
Oh, that's cute.
Anybody-
What are we getting?
But I mean, right next, the department right next where they did scans was for high-risk patients. I had one of my ex-students, like she'd graduated
Mhm.
a couple of years before, was working there. So I remember it like, I used to say to my students, you dress clean and crisp because people are, they don't like to see a nurse come in with dirty
Scrubby.
shoes.
No, no,
That
no.
wouldn't
no.
apply
It
now,
doesn't
that's for
match
sure.
the profession. No,
Right.
no, no. You want to
Now,
look
of course,
professional.
now
Wouldn't be
look
clean
what
and
they
crisp
wear.
today,
Right.
would you, with all this
Do you work
pandemic
here, or
going
are you
on?
wearing your pajamas?
course not.
And all the clothes they
Yeah.
have to wear and
Are
masks.
you a nurse or are you one of the cleaners?
Hazmat
Well,
suits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
so I was very fussy with that.
When they say P and E equipment, what's that mean?
I
P
was
and
heading
E.
for lunch with
All this stuff.
PPE,
that I worked
Yeah,
with.
what's it mean?
personal protective equipment.
Eugene was coming down
You know
the
everything.
corridor in the other direction, and she saw me and she said, "Oh my God, my shoes are dirty."
All right, good. You've already made an impact. Okay.
Here comes
oh,
the-
they knew
here
you.
comes
oh,
the-
no.
here
oh,
comes
no.
the-
Nurse Cratchit. Oh, my God, run.
Here comes the warden.
Did you have keys, Jangle,
No, it was a little whip.
It was so funny. I mean, it was a
Oh, no,
joke.
my
but
shoes
it
are
was
dirty.
so-
Well,
oh my God, my
good.
shoes are dirty.
Good, good. You have an impact. That's great.
Oh dear.
But it's amazing the number of people that Arlene's met during her career, which is a lot.
I can
And a
imagine.
lot of here around this area.
Yeah.
And everybody's saying, Arlene, Arlene, and Arlene's
Oh,
saying,
that's wonderful.
Who the
that's
hell are they?
Wonderful.
and but they all know Arlene.
Yeah.
Not
yeah,
surprising, really. I mean,
No.
she gives you a life story in 2 minutes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah. Mrs. Clean. Yeah.
Well, that wasn't all. I mean, some of the.
Well, somebody had to have standards.
Colleen said recently to me, "Oh yeah, I remember when you finally retired."
Finally retired.
Dr. Liston said, "Oh, we can let down our."
Oh no, no.
They were kidding.
Yeah, but the senior doctor of the prenatal clinic, when you left, he got up and said, when Arlene leaves the main entrance, the pillars will shake.
Oh, interesting. Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she got a lot
Well,
of
it's nice to have an impact.
keen things to say. Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
she had an
I-
impact, that's for sure.
Yeah. That's
They
great.
were offering early retirement, and your dad wasn't exactly washing the kitchen floor.
No.
So
I thought it was pretty
I
good.
thought I better take the early retirement.
Right. Yes.
Like he was already retired.
Yes. I remember. Yeah.
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 So there you go. But anyway, no, and I mean, two of the doctors came tearing after me to give me a bouquet of flowers when I was
Oh,
leaving.
isn't that sweet?
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
Well, it's nice to have people trust you like that.
Well, it
I mean,
is. It
in
is.
the work
And
and
remember you.
someone you can totally rely on.
Exactly.
I had that big guy when I had the business, John Mackey, this big
Oh, yeah.
300-pound
Oh, my
guy.
gosh, yes.
But I could tell him something and he'd get it done. Go to, so and so, Chibukto or something, and do that. And
You could rely on.
you could rely on him,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
He'd come back and I'd say, God, you made it quickly. Oh, I said, no, he was fooling around. It was just great.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Action oriented.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
very
I'm
much.
there.
Yeah,
It's-
you feel good about that.
Yes, you do.
It's the same as, just relying on someone and
Absolutely.
getting a good response. Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
like that department, you would have, a patient would come, they were high risk,
Mhm.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we also saw gynae, but the pregnancies, you would be a high-risk patient, so you would take their history and all of this. And that would be your patient the next visit, okay?
Okay.
Continuity.
You saw the same nurse,
Continuity,
Okay, continuity.
doctor,
Yeah.
Okay, continuity. Okay.
but now
No,
they don't.
no. No, it's like calling, your service provider, and you get someone,
Yeah.
different person each time,
Yeah.
even if they've hung up on you the first time.
Yeah,
And you have to call back, and you lose
Yeah,
your,
exactly.
you get the third person, and no, you have to start all over again.
yeah, because when Tony Armson was retiring, Colleen and I went to the do they were having for him in that department, and we were talking to some of the nurses, and they said, you just can't anymore. You
No.
can't.
You
No,
can't what?
no.
You can't
Follow
have-
the patient through.
follow the
Oh,
patient.
yeah, time.
Yeah, yeah, there's too much going on, and would take a fair amount of coordination to keep track of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a staff shortage now in medicine? I'm talking
Yes,
nurses, doctors.
Because actually,
Yeah.
when we were there, it was RNs, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now they have some RNs, but also LPNs.
LPNs. Yeah.
And the point is, the LPN can't do everything. So she may see a patient, but then she'll have to call the RN in.
That
I
to
mean,
do
it's
something
just
they can't. Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
is.
It sounds good on paper. It
Ridiculous.
looks good on paper.
Well, coordination and dealing with large numbers of patients. How are you supposed to manage that?
And I mean, even nothing to do with that, but I always taught my students, because we used to do what was called continued care. So you would admit the patient in labor, you would stay with her till she delivered, even if that was long past your.
Yeah.
And then the next day the baby would be in her room during your hours.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're
of
learning a
work,
lot,
so
aren't you?
it's called continued
Yes.
care.
Yeah.
And I used to say it's very, very important that you make the patient's bed, because then you're talking with the patient and
Good
you
idea,
are
yeah.
getting information.
Rapport and
That's right.
That's right.
Whereas what they generally do is the LPNs go make the bed.
That's right. There's no contact. It's all yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
as Colleen said recently, thank God we're not working anymore.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I can understand that. Yeah, it's a really difficult time.
Did you watch the debate last night at
Of
all?
course, absolutely. Yeah.
I watched it until about half an hour before it ended. Then I'd had enough, and I said, "That's it. I'm going to bed."
Oh, and the debate was over. You were watching.
Oh,
the
I was watching
summary.
The commentary.
I
CNN's
watched that
comments.
for a while, and I
and it was pretty good. So
Well, they were well behaved.
considered.
relatively so, yeah.
Yeah, well, compared to the first
But I
one,
wish
which was
to
Oh, that
God-
was a
I wish to God
chaotic.
she'd turned the damn thing, the microphone
Mute.
off
Yeah.
when they were going past.
well, that was supposedly the idea.
Yeah.
I don't actually know how much she used.
She did it once.
mute
That
button.
was. I counted. Trump was yapping away as usual, and she told him basically to stop, and he wouldn't.
Yeah.
And then he came to the end of a sentence, and
I did hear that.
he went
yeah.
back like that,
Now that
and
you mention it, yeah, I
didn't-
think it was
he
very
didn't
early
do anything,
in the
just-
debate.
just stood
yeah,
there,
it was
and-
very early in the debate. He was
Yeah.
he was testing.
yeah,
Yeah. What I don't like about Biden is all this muttering under his breath, which is what he does. You know, it's kind of passive aggressive. It's, oh God, here we go again. Oh, I wish he'd shut up.
that's what he says.
Yeah.
Why don't you
yeah,
shut up?
And I think, no, this, you know, yeah, they name call, they do all that kind of stuff, and they do it outright. But this kind of muttering under your breath, which he does it in public. He does it,
Yeah.
and I think, I don't. That's just me, personal. I don't like that characteristic of his. You know, say what you've got to say it out loud, but don't this kind of under.
I didn't think he did it much last night.
No, I think he's
He,
fairly
he
straight.
did it a few times. He did
he's-
about 3 or 4 times.
He's got this stuttering problem, and that
Yes.
once
yeah,
that starts
I
to go,
appreciate
it
that.
can affect what
Yeah.
he's saying.
Oh, I appreciate that.
But it's not
Yeah.
affecting his thinking.
No,
It's just a matter of
yeah.
Getting it done.
out.
Yeah.
And of
Yeah.
course,
But the situation is that Trump's got to go. Absolutely.
Because he's a disaster.
Well, he's ruined, imploded the
Of
United
course.
States. It's hated by the world, period. It's something that's never going to come back again. So he has to go. And in the Republicans, I don't think there's anybody worth even thinking for running for president. Close. And
but they can't run somebody else now.
he's
anyway.
screwed up the government so. I mean, everybody's been fired that
Yeah.
counts, and then they come in, and if they don't sign the paper, you know, we're absolutely loyal to you.
But I feel
He'll
that
fire them. But the thing is that now you put me off.
I'm sorry, honey.
Yeah.
He's fired everyone, and the thing is,
Yeah, and the whole White House is the Capitol is a chaos. People, anybody that you listen to or read about, I read quite a bit about the finance now because I'm into the computer.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I
yeah,
used to be,
yeah,
and they're talking about it a lot, and who's the odds and this, that, and the other, and what would happen if Biden gets in, and what will happen if Trump
Mhm.
gets in.
mm-hmm.
They view Trump basically the finance people, which is a very powerful crowd. They're not keen on Trump. And nobody's quite sure. He'll give a policy.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's going to put $50 billion into some project when his history is changing his mind overnight or a week or something like that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's killing the industry.
But as you know, a lot of people are not convinced that Biden is worth putting in the president's spot.
Well, I must admit that's a concern of mine. I think.
But I feel that what he's going to do is maybe serve up to 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 or 3 years
Kamala
maximum.
Harris.
And
Oh,
make-
yeah,
bring
she's
her
seen
forward.
herself as president.
Because
Yeah.
And she'll make a good
there is
president.
no way she could have run and got anywhere because she's a woman and she's multi-race.
Well, I don't know about woman. The states I find get really keen on being the first at something. I mean, they were so taken with Hillary Clinton, who
Yeah.
I thought was dreadful. I think she's a horrible person and would have made a dreadful president, given her previous actions and how she treated everyone and what she did when she was with Bill Clinton in the White House.
Yep.
That's my opinion. But, you know, they were so keen. Woman. We've got to get a woman in there. Couldn't get a woman in there. Oh, now we've got a black. Let's get a black in there.
Yeah.
They become so focused on, I don't know whether you want to call it diversity or whatever,
Yeah.
but they want to show the world how diverse they are. Well, yeah, but that's what they're thinking. That's what they're thinking. Not that it works out, but they will do. You know, they stop looking at policies and they start looking at, you know, the person. It gets very personal.
Well-
And they wanted a black president, so they got a black president, okay? They
But
wanted a
they
woman in
got a
there.
very intelligent black president.
Yeah,
Extremely
they did.
intelligent.
They did.
Who did a lot of really good.
He did.
Yeah,
He
but
did.
Kamala, she's been a senator for God knows
Yeah.
how long.
Well, she frightens me. That
Well, she knows what's going on,
Yeah.
and with the education she would get in 3 years, 2 to 3 years, with Biden there as president,
Mm-hmm. She'll get a,
would
yeah,
put
she'll
her
get a very good
right
education.
on the on
Did
the,
you watch the VP debate?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the VP.
Vice President.
Yeah,
Hanson.
VP.
Pence
Yeah,
and Harris. Yeah.
Yeah, Pence
Yeah.
was just
Pence.
mouthing what Trump says.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it's all rhetoric. I mean, these debates are just a chance to
I
grandstand.
mean,
They're not really debates.
TV is
but really,
screws everybody's mind up.
Well, it does.
Trump wants Ivanka as his running mate.
Oh, well. He'll change his mind tomorrow, so, yeah. Yeah. Let's have lunch.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Would you like some more coffee with your
I'm
lunch,
good.
or what would you
I'm
like?
good. Thank you.
Okay. All righty.
You can turn that on, yeah.
Connor, why don't you
That's
come
good.
out and have
The Queen Mary.
Oh, good.
Anyway,
RMS Queen Mary.
That's kind of neat.
You remember her?
Royal Mail ship.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, decent.
I mean, I sailed on the not sailed on it as a passenger
Yeah.
on the Queen Mary 2.
Yeah.
Or was it Queen Elizabeth 2? Queen Elizabeth 2, yeah.
QE2.
No, you
The
The
cannot.
one that retired in
No, you
2008.
cannot.
Yeah.
You cannot. But we can go into the living room if you like. Join them.
should have said may I.
Marine engineer.
No, still, no, still no. Thank you for the offer. It is appreciated.
I had to get this as soon as I saw it.
Yeah.
What's that, Connor?
Delicious.
It says the book on the Queen Mary.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah.
The one that I got at that bookstore.
Right. Oh, you've got some
What?
amazing books, Connor. You have some terrific books. I'm gonna turn the light on.
Here's some of the other ships
Oh, what?
over here,
Oh, yeah.
Come along.
Well, the Titanic, yeah, I remember that. Well, we knew one of the Titanic.
of course.
And then the Lusitania and the Mauritania.
Mauritania.
Mauritania is a very famous ship. I don't know why. Aquitaina.
That's
sis-
the one that my
sister
dad
ship of
sailed
the Mauritania.
on.
Is it? Yeah? Well, it was a sister ship of the Mauritania.
And the Lusitania.
But I can get a gift card.
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
I think so.
Wonderful.
I thought, that, yeah, yes, probably, because
Yeah.
of the name,
Yeah.
Empress of Britain,
I mean, I think that little bookstore downtown is
the
terrific,
French
but
line quadruple screen turbo electric.
When I'm
The
spring-
Normandy, I've seen that.
when I
Yes.
Actually sailed down the English Channel. When I was a
Yes.
kid, my mother used to take me walking on the cliffs,
Yes.
and we could see the English Channel and the
Yes.
these huge ships
I'm trying to
Yes.
sailing by. I'm swear that's what made me go to sea.
You know, it's not a chain.
No.
What do you think of that?
Is it the, kind of the children's?
It's mostly children.
That
Yeah,
says
another one,
37
I wanna say Google of
pounds.
all things.
No,
What?
But it's, yeah.
Right,
Oh,
right here.
pound
It's
sterling,
quite a
yes, and
lot.
5 shillings. That's it's shillings.
Not
Yeah,
5
that's a
quid.
good- that's a good
No,
one. That's
35
convenient to
pounds,
get
5
to.
shillings.
yeah,
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be,
but
that would
I'm
be great.
not sure that they
Have,
have the
Yeah.
kind of, yeah,
yeah,
there's an age limit, I think.
exactly. That's probably why we haven't been there in a while.
Yeah,
What else is-
chapters gives you, and then you can do the
Wow.
other, like chapters and.
Indigo.
That's a
and-
good shot, isn't it?
What's in the shopping center? Is that a Chapters or is that a bookmark or?
God.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Equipped with
anyway.
over
Yeah.
650 miles of cable.
You love that. Love that.
What do you think?
Connor,
That's
could
a
you,
lot of cable.
could you turn that?
Sure, I just like showing this my book to him.
Yes, okay. Okay,
That's all.
all right, well.
On for posterity.
No, I'm just showing the book. That's
I
all.
know,
Oh.
I know, I just wish you'd turn the camera off.
Oh, I
But,
see.
yeah, okay.
That's all.
Okay,
You got to tell people when you're doing that.
well, exactly,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, remember we talked about this,
Yes.
privacy? I know it's not pointed at Gampie, so you're just looking at the book,
Yes.
but
But you had it pointed
you,
at
you should
Gabby.
ask,
Okay.
you should ask Sweetie Pie.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, all right.
So we're all
And he comes in
educated
taking
now.
pictures of the cat. Of course, the cat's sitting on
Ship's
me.
deck
and I'm thinking,
crane.
oh dear God, please don't take any pictures
Gee.
of me. You can take the cat from, my knee down. That's it. That's all. How are your granddaughters doing?
Anyway, Ocean Dock in Southampton, that's where we used to dock at
Rebecca's such
when I was on the passenger ships.
Oh,
such
yes.
a doll.
Oh,
She
my
really
gosh.
is.
And pretty.
Honestly.
Oh my gosh, they're beautiful.
Now, Sarah
Gee.
told her dad about a month ago that she was gay.
Oh, it's all right now. Yeah.
So
Okay.
he was furious.
Oh dear.
Boy, look at the size of the
How old is
dining
Sarah?
saloon.
She'll be 11 next month.
11. Okay.
When I was
So-
a senior cadet, I was put onto
He called me
the Alcantara.
really upset.
Alcantara, yes.
Yeah, and there was 6 at the table, and I had my
He
table.
said, "You
It was
talk
just
to her,
like this.
and
And we
I
were
said,
very outside.
"Well, if you're concerned,
then there was
that degree, she needs to
a man,
see
his wife, and
professional."
and their daughter,
No, I want you to talk.
who I got very friendly with for the rest of the trip.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Very nice girl.
So
That's the grandparent. Okay. All right.
I said,
Boy,
I don't want
what
you
the hell was that?
worrying.
No.
Oh,
no,
he's
no, no.
us.
This has to be, private.
So, anyway.
Those new destroyers of ours that we
then
just
she
got
was
out.
at her mum's, so-
You know, the latest one,
And then when
who's
she
just
was
been
back with her
launched,
dad,
and it's going through
phone-
what they call the
phone-
workups,
Sea trials.
sea trials, workups. Yeah,
tried
you
to
can
write
go
some
out and do
stuff,
sea
and
trials.
I
Or
said,
they were in the basin for a couple of
"I think
days
Your dad was quite upset.
and
with
doing
me
things from
someplace."
stationary anchorage position.
She said, "Oh, I know." She
And then
said,
I read in
"And
the
I knew he
newspaper
was
a big
gonna
article
leave."
as big
She
as
said,
this
"But I had to
sheet
tell
here.
him, and I did it."
How many
But she
things had
said-
gone wrong.
Actually,
And in the end, they
I'm
didn't come in
bisexual.
because they wanted to, they had to. There was
I
all sorts
said,
of things
"Oh,
going
all
wrong. Pumps were
right."
failing,
Okay.
I said,
electronics were
"And how
failing,
did you
and the
figure
worst thing
that
of
out?"
all, the communication
She said, "Well, I
system
like
didn't
girls
work.
and I like
That's a big
boys."
one.
Yeah, I mean,
And I
if you
said,
can't talk to anybody, you're dead.
I said, "That's
I mean,
not
when you're in
unusual."
a sea,
Basically,
that
yes.
age.
Yeah.
of course, destroyer always works with other destroyers, not just one.
Oh, Lord.
So anyway, they're going to
So
be
anyway,
Oh, yes.
I said,
doing a lot
"Well,
of work on it.
there's nothing strange
But,
about
being the
any of
first
this."
ship-
I said,
That's not unusual.
"However you feel,
And being a
time
naval
will
ship,
tell.
and this one's got 650 miles or whatever it is
Don't
of
worry
of
about
cable.
it, and
I
don't
would
worry
suggest
about
it's got about
talking to
2,000
your parents."
At least.
at least, yeah. Yeah, on the
What
new,
did your
new
mother
destroyer.
say? She said, "So
It
what?"
sure has got a lot. I'm surprised. Shouldn't be.
Okay, then there's the other end of the spectrum. Okay.
My ships there, old ships. That
So
was
anyway,
like the
all right,
Lombardy.
Sean says there's
She
no
had a
such
big,
thing as
you know,
sunset.
Like that.
yeah, big
Oh, really?
stack
I
up
said,
there.
"Oh, all right,
Okay.
dear."
That's
yeah.
the ship that where the
Okay.
cadet
He said,
hanged himself.
"Anyway, she's not talking about it, and I don't want to
Decided he
talk
didn't
about
like the
it."
sea anymore, so he hanged himself.
Okay. And then I have a niece in Minnesota who is,
Oh, gee.
she's married to Taft, John Taft, who is the great-grandson of Republican President Taft.
Yes, really? Oh my gosh, that's quite a lineage.
So anyway, but I mean, about in 2012, he wrote this long article for a
What was
magazine
Queen Mary built?
about how the Republicans were losing their grasp
I'll
on
tell you
things,
anywhere.
and they were not what they were
It must have been in
meant to
Scotland.
be.
There's her being launched.
So.
Okay,
he's
so
having a lot of trouble with Trump.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
And
it's
she
just Glasgow.
worked for Amy
A
Klobuchar.
supplier.
Oh, really?
Wouldn't be
Okay.
Glasgow.
Yeah.
And when Amy withdrew, she's been working for Biden.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would guess so. Yeah.
So and he's in full support of her doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, this is her
10 million
second marriage,
rivets
and she has a son and a
Good
daughter.
God.
to hold her together.
Yeah.
You can see them right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And
There's a lot of
her
rivets,
daughter
isn't
is gay.
Of course, they don't build ships like
So,
that
of
anymore.
course,
Thank
I
God.
got
They
in
weld
touch
them.
with
But it's so
Laura
heavy.
and told
Of course.
her
You know,
that
and if you make the
Sarah
construction of the hull strong, but and safe.
She said that
You can make the ship bigger
5 years
and
old.
get more cargo in,
Well,
because you don't have that steel weight
what
so
did
much.
she know at the
Yes, all
time?
that weight.
What does
Right.
anybody know at age 5?
So it
When
makes more money for the
maybe
owners,
she looked
which is
back,
the idea in the first place.
She thought.
She thought, okay, when I was 5,
Kent clear view
I
screens.
remember such and such.
They came
so
out
I
early.
guess I knew then.
They
But
really
she
help
didn't
those
come
things.
out and say
No,
when she was 5,
no.
I'm gay.
You know,
Right.
on the
Right.
bridge,
Well,
they
they are
usually have
now.
about 3 or
They-
4 of these.
Oh
This
yes.
is not the
Stuck.
first instance
Yeah.
I've
And
heard
you
of
just
this.
push a button and
Yeah,
it
a
goes,
friend of mine.
it
his-
circulates
his,
very
grand-
fast.
One of his
And in a
granddaughters,
storm
about
or
the
heavy
same
rain,
age, 8, 9.
Oh, yes,
decided
yes.
she
Up
against
wanted
the
to be
window.
called Patrick, and
They'll
she
throw
was a
the
boy,
water off.
and
Oh
that's
yes,
it.
I've seen
Yeah,
that.
And
so you
the
can see
parents
it, and
indulged her, and they referred
it's
her to
only-
Patrick.
it's
and
Sort of like
went on
wipers.
for
Yeah, it's not
3 months,
exactly
and then she decided
high
she'd had
tech,
enough
but
of
it
that,
certainly
went back
works.
to her own gender,
Sometimes they
name,
forget what
whatever.
it's
This is
meant to
just-
do.
it's
Design
bizarre to me,
something
just
high tech that's no
bizarre.
good.
I think they're getting too much
Yeah,
of this in
exactly,
the media.
exactly,
They're getting far too much of this.
Exactly. That's where it's coming
So
from.
they're coming, I want to be accepted, everybody's doing this and I will
Yeah.
do it too.
And she has
Oh,
a
Doc's
friend
Look at that.
who
Yeah,
is being
that's a
counseled
5-cylinder.
and changed her name.
That's a
MV.
4 ship, the Dilwara.
but
Motor
the
vessel.
boy's name.
That's what it
Yeah.
means.
And
Yeah, motor
was
vessel.
at Sean's for lunch.
How do you
one
pronounce it
day
again?
with his,
Dilwara?
Dilwara?
Yeah,
And she's saying,
115,000 horsepower.
and she,
no, 1,600
so.
horsepower.
It says right here.
Must
Oh,
just say,
that's doubled up then. No,
you know,
Yeah.
I'm building it
That's right,
over
yeah.
And she said.
3, 4, and
"That's not
5
my name."
cylinders.
And she
So that's a
corrected
number
it.
of ships
Okay.
And he
there.
said, well, when you visit
So they're
here,
gonna be
that's your
building.
name.
It's not easy at either end. I just, and the UK is encouraging this. They have a whole institute set up to help, 3 and 5-year-olds discover who they are.
The largest
And
and
help them with gender transition.
largest
thinking,
and,
this is obscene, this is
fastest
so
ocean
wrong.
liner.
This is
It's
so
interesting, isn't it?
wrong. Did anybody know what, I mean,
No.
Yep.
what the hell
You
is
didn't
going
know
on?
what it was about, for God's sake.
I met him.
Exactly, or what you were about.
He's-
but
Oh,
now
did
you
you?
get
Yeah, I
all
went to
this
see
shoved
King
in your
Edward VIII.
face.
Yeah.
And, sure,
I met him and
okay,
his
you're
Queen Elizabeth.
Gays, bisexual,
The first
multi,
queen.
transgender, you
Yeah,
name it.
no,
That's
second.
fine.
And thank
But
God
they're a
that
little
Oh,
bit
she's the
now
first
they
Queen
can-
Elizabeth. Yes, you're right.
Yes.
There was
Exactly.
a Queen Elizabeth going way back into the
Yes.
Middle Ages.
Not at 3 and 5 and 10. This
He
is
was really
absolutely
getting sick
ridiculous.
when I saw him. As soon as I saw him, his face was grey, almost,
Ugh.
almost like,
Yeah.
and I thought, oh my goodness.
No,
And I was only 16 at
I
the
know.
time.
Gone through
I know.
puberty.
No,
But
no,
You might be a
Yeesh.
sure looked sick, and about a couple of months later he died.
no.
And
No.
like for 2 weeks
Yeah.
later to say,
See here,
Yeah.
"No, I'm
Now
one of his
I-
titles was
I-
Master of
do
the
you-
Merchant
do you
Navy
understand what
and
that
Fishing
means?
Fleets.
Do you really
So I
understand?
was on
No, they
behalf of the
don't.
Merchant Navy
They don't
from the
have a clue.
Nautical
But,
College.
everybody's doing it.
There's one
so,
cadet
yeah.
from each college,
This
so
week-
it's
and it's
3
all
colleges.
this, I mean, I shouldn't laugh, but it's just so complicated. You now get emails signed from, it/him/her/they/
Brocklebank, that used to be a shipping line called Brocklebank. I bet he was the
Okay, your name is
Chairman.
Gabrielle. I
Brocklebank
don't
used
need
to
to
go
know
to
what you
India.
do in your spare time. I really don't care. But your name is Gabrielle. That sounds feminine to me.
Britannia.
Maybe it's not. If it's a man's name, I'm sorry. I know I'm particularly sensitive to this because lots of people think I'm a guy before they see me, or maybe while they see me. Who knows? Anyway, I can see that. But this other junk is just overwhelming. It's just overwhelming.
That's her at Clydebank.
Clydebank, yeah.
Also,
That's on the
Sean,
west coast of Scotland.
He discovered some stuff that she
I forget
was
the name of
watching
the
on
city.
TV.
I'll remember pretty soon.
Blank.
But I was
Yeah.
I joined a ship there that was just finishing.
Yeah.
But I don't know
That
if
was
it
the
about
Essequibo.
that, but that was
Essequibo.
Yeah.
previous to all this.
Yeah, well,
He
there's an.
found something.
Yeah.
that
Was it
she
the-
was
it wasn't the
watching that he
RMS,
didn't
was it?
think she should be
No,
watching.
no.
Yeah.
And
They
he
didn't call them
blanked out
RMS
that
anymore,
channel.
and just
Yeah.
the big liners.
Yeah. Locked it.
All
Yeah.
the other ships were MV.
Motor vessel.
Well,
Yeah.
and she's exposed to a lot. Yeah, she's exposed to a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
Clydebank, that's right, that's where she's
Left
got.
up in the room with her phone. And
Yeah.
Sarah's downstairs with the TV.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, too much of that. Way too much of that. Yeah. Well,
Wow, look
I
at
was reading. I don't know. Every once in a while, I like to read entertainment news, because it's just
It folds out like
bizarre
that.
how
Yeah.
people live and what they call their children and all that jazz.
All the
Anyway,
drawings
I
and
don't know if
stuff.
you know Charlize Theron.
The blueprints.
Actress. Anyway, beautiful. I like the work she's done.
Yeah, a
She
lot
was
goes
in,
into building a ship.
Bombshell, which was a movie about Ailes, the head of
Same.
CBS or whatever, who was caught harassing these newswomen. And it's a story about his harassment and losing his job. Anyway, she adopted 2 children, 2 black children.
Oh, that's the
and
keel.
One was a boy, the first one was a boy, and the
First
second
one
one
that's
was a
been left
girl.
is the keel.
And I knew that, and then I was reading an article, hadn't read about her in years, and then I was reading an article, and it said yes, and Charlize
These
has,
days, with the
2
high
daughters.
tech
And I thought,
machinery they got, they can build
2
anything.
daughters. Oh,
Oh,
I
this
was
is interesting. Look at the
sure.
ribs.
The first boy
It was a boy.
was a boy that she adopted, and his name was Brooklyn or something.
That's amazing,
Anyway,
isn't
it
it?
turns out
Yeah.
that when he was 3,
God,
he decided that, no, I'm not a boy, I'm a girl.
incredible, isn't it?
So
liked
she
what-
has left,
He liked what his
she
sister
was wearing, or, yeah.
doing.
Yes, exactly, and her attitude was, well, yeah, so that's what he decided, so.
God, in
now
those days,
he-
they
he
used to have
wears
these big
dresses.
tree trunks in
She
there.
wears dresses.
You
and
know,
I
they used to
thought,
knock those out of the way to let the ship go.
this, we're gonna see this
Now it's
child
all done
in
by-
therapy
Oh, yes.
for the
Well,
rest
hydraulically,
of
the
his,
ship
her
is let down.
life.
It
Because
doesn't
there are
slide
no-
out. They
There's no structure.
go out into
there's
the
no
water, and the
standards,
slide
there's
goes out
just
into the
this-
water, and it just
Well, I
starts its
remember
engines
when I
and
was-
How confusing
Moves
is
off.
that?
I remember
Off
when
it
I was
goes.
a kid,
yeah,
Just like that.
there
not
was a
like
little
that.
boy up the
Not
road,
anymore.
almost the
Anymore.
same age. And he liked to play dolls with me.
Yeah,
And nobody thought that
yeah,
was
Nicholas
It's like
did the same
Halifax.
thing with us.
That
We used to
was
build
weird.
Barbie homes, and he would play Ken, and we would be in there, oh gosh, yeah.
Nobody thought that was weird.
No, no, no.
Do you know how
I'm pretty
many,
sure he
um,
knows he's a guy. and I'm
how
pretty
many
sure he
passengers
likes
she
it that
carried?
way.
No.
Yeah, yeah, this,
Well, there's,
so
Just
confusing.
curious.
I think it was over 1,000 or something
Oh,
like
it's
that.
over 1,000.
if it was in the paper, on news, or
Oh.
on line,
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
that's-
remember. But there was some family, and they
That's everything else but that.
refused to assign
A
a
sex.
sex
Yeah.
to their child,
Yeah.
their baby.
There's a lot of that going around, yeah. It's called fluidity, fluid, gender fluid. I
Like-
said to Jacqueline when she brought Amelia over, are you sure? Or when people ask her, I say, oh, what a lovely girl, you're gonna say,
No.
no, we haven't decided yet. I said, say that, we haven't decided yet. You know? Yeah,
Oh, you're leading them astray, Dean. You're leading them astray.
oh, sure, yeah, right.
You're a bad influence.
Yeah, that's what I am, bad influence. Yeah.
It's sad.
It is. I'm sorry. A 3-year-old does not know what it wants to be.
No,
It hasn't had a chance to be what
yeah.
it was born as. Anyway, we're making it incredibly complicated for these children, and they're getting it all off. Yeah, media,
Yeah, I mean, like,
news, and
Ship's
and
that.
it's like a
Queen Mary
fad.
again.
Yep.
You know, I mean.
Oh, she only had 2 stacks.
Gabby,
No, 3.
uh,
See,
my
1,
niece
2.
Oh, there's the
3.
third one. Yeah, right at the front. I couldn't see because of the sea cutting it off.
26.
Mhm.
So I mean, we're talking.
She was bigger
Oh, yeah.
than the
She has a
Titanic.
chance to discover
No,
herself.
but
Yes.
you don't know what I'm saying.
They used to
Over
build
20
each-
years ago,
Yeah.
The next one will be bigger than the one before.
like it
Of course.
wasn't
No,
even-
nobody even knew what you were talking
They
about.
weren't- they
Yeah.
weren't-
I don't know why they did it, but they
This
did
is
it.
only in the last.
Of course, they made a lot of money, though, on those ships going across the Atlantic.
Yeah,
Of course.
that's right. The people
Look
have
at
been able
that.
to come out,
Yeah,
and even
that's
then,
the
we're still
bridge.
not
No.
comfortable
Forecastle.
with the idea.
Yeah,
I
forecastle.
must
Yeah,
admit,
no, we don't call it forecastle.
I do.
Forecastle.
It doesn't-
Forecastle, you got
doesn't
it.
shock me. I've
There's
got
the
used to
crow's
it,
nest
but,
up there.
You know,
Yeah.
you see men walking down the street holding hands. I
Yeah,
think,
and then
okay,
on the
yeah,
top
yeah,
there,
okay,
you've got
they're happy, good,
the
yeah,
masts
okay,
out
great.
outside.
I'm not,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's not who I
And
am.
when I was a
that's who
cadet,
I
we
am.
had a
That's-
ship,
That's
and
fine.
it was just
My-
like
My
this.
rule is,
Not
if
as
you're not-
big.
Thing,
And the
well,
cadet's
yeah, that's a
job
little-
in the
yeah, I
morning,
still-
it was
Anyway.
to, the sound of the
I
bell being rung.
still do too, but I feel
Every
my
half
standard
hour.
is,
No,
you're not cruel to children or animals.
first thing in the
What you
morning
do
when it was
drives you, your
8
own
o'clock
is-
usually,
yeah.
we'd have to let all the flags
I
up.
mean,
So
I remember,
what we would do, we'd have the flag, we'd attach it to the lines that went up here to the up here,
this is
and
now 15
we'd
or more
wrap
years
a-
ago.
the line around it, and then
They would
loop
have,
it and put
you
a
know,
matchstick
there was a
in,
meeting called,
so that then
for
we'd
all
tip,
parishioners.
we'd right up to the top,
and there was the
and when we had to,
discussion
we heard the
about
bell, we just pulled it, broke the matchstick,
homosexuality
the
being
flag came out, we
accepted
tied it up,
in the Anglican
and it's
Church.
Like so.
It's still got two ends that you're going to have to put together. There used to be two
I mean, it
clips.
has
You
since
clip them
been-
together and tie them up.
That time it was rocky.
Well, it was my first
And
year at sea,
I remember
and if there's
when I
anything to
had
get wrong, I would get it wrong.
a patient, a young
So
woman
the bell went.
who was
It was a
pregnant,
windy day.
and she
The flag went out. It's a big flag,
when
bigger than
she
that coffee
was
table.
16,
And
she left home.
there's the two lines that I was going to clip. As I went down to do it, this one
No,
flew out
before
of
she
my
left
hand.
home,
Went
she wanted
straight
to
up to the
upset her
the,
mother.
the block at the top
Yeah.
with the flag.
So
Okay.
she hooked up with another
Another
girl.
So there was no way I could get it down.
And told her mother she was
And the
homosexual.
third officer was on the bridge at the time. We were
But she
alongside
didn't tell me the
in,
story.
Yes.
in Venezuela,
Said
Caracas.
When I was 16,
And
He said,
he said through the loudspeaker so everybody could hear it, "Palmer, what are you standing there for? You're doing nothing." And I thought, what the hell do I do?
She said,
He says, "Get up
we were
there."
together for 3
Oh,
years.
what does he mean?
And then
get up there.
Yeah. And I didn't know what to say. So I said, "Yes, sir."
she,
And the bosun came along.
woman was older than
And he
her,
says, "Okay,
Oh, okay.
so she was
you climb up the
paying
ladder
basically for their
as far as you
apartment.
can.
Oh,
Then you have to
So
go to
this
another
young
line
woman
on
was
a
now
more of a
were like, oh,
steel
Yeah.
ladder.
so she
Then you get
went
to the
with
top.
the guy friend.
And of course, there's the
with
thing
us
sticking out.
in
There's
the
the,
apartment
and that
They
is
let her
tied to
come
the mast by a
and
wire.
stay at their
And that's about
apartment.
8 feet or 10 feet
And
out.
she
At
generally
least.
And that's
kept
where
on
the flag
coach.
is, there.
Yes.
But
So I had to climb
I
up
can't
there.
remember what
about 100 feet.
circumstances. Anyway, one night,
Then here, there
she-
was
one of them
there was no
had
safety belt or anything.
communicated
I
there.
just had to hang on with one
And of
hand,
course they had
and I
said
put myself
this,
across like that and pulled myself
she got
out to the
pregnant.
end.
Now, whether it was one time or more,
yeah.
Got the
whatever.
bloody block in, I reeled it in,
this is what she's telling
so I
me.
could take it
Oh,
down,
dear.
and then I came down.
So she's pregnant.
That was probably
and
one of the
she's-
worst
I mean,
times.
she was at
I was shaking like a
Couple of
leaf. My knees were
classes
going
that
when I got
was
back on the
giving
deck.
For
I'd never been any
Oh,
higher than
okay.
about 10
Yeah.
feet as a kid.
And she stayed out.
Scary.
and gave me
Scary.
the
That just
story.
reminded me of it with all the lions.
So of course I took her
How
to
high it
the
actually
social
was.
Yeah, it was about 100 feet.
But
That's high enough for
you
me.
know, like I was.
I mean, there's nothing to stop you
confused
falling.
Because here she was.
These days it's
now,
different. You have to have a safety line on all the time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the way she had gone into this other arrangement.
Yeah, yeah.
Wasn't
When I left,
good.
No,
left the
but
Navy
no.
However.
and came
I mean,
ashore
a
in
lot of
Canada,
people
decided to
who
stay,
have children
um,
have been in a
I got
marriage,
into a
and
company
all of a
that I
sudden
started called
Yeah, oh, yes.
Payne's
absolutely.
Wessex.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
and one of the things I represented
I remember one.
watercraft,
Yes, water.
and they made the totally this isn't totally enclosed,
in a
but we used to
normal,
make a totally enclosed boat,
seemingly normal
Marriage.
marriage.
and the
Yeah.
davits that
Had
went
two
with it,
kids,
Yep.
and I used to sell those in so several to
and
the
met this
dockyard,
woman who was gay,
several pairs
Mm-hmm.
of davits
who
to
was very
the shipyard.
wealthy
Oh,
compared
and
to
That
over
kinda
on the
helps,
west
don't you?
coast sold some.
Get over
They all come in different sizes,
yeah,
and
for current
stores,
circumstances.
Yeah.
not only just the lifeboats. But
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
yeah,
Here's
they
a
were
get.
okay,
Yeah.
you know, they
Yeah.
owned their own home, they both had jobs,
They're very
but
swift
this
now.
woman
Now
was-
they're on chutes
Loaded.
and they're
Okay.
closed in
And all of a
and you get in
sudden
the boat
she's hooked up with
full
her
of a
Yeah.
full load
marriage.
Yeah.
of about 40
Now,
people.
Is that because she
Inside you
suddenly
let go of
has
everything and it
given
shoots
in to
down
the
this
fact that she's gay?
this
Or
ramp,
is it because
which is on under each boat a lot, and it goes into
Gee,
the
well,
water and
it's
it knows
an
first
interesting
and you
question
bounce
because
up.
I knew
Away you
someone
go like a
exactly
fish.
like that. that. I worked with them in Ottawa.
So that's what they're doing now
And
today.
She was married. She had
So when
two
you see
children.
a red, they're usually red, painted
And
orange.
she met this
Orange,
other
yeah.
woman, and I think part of it was because, you know, communications had
Wow,
broken
that's
down in
loud
the marriage.
speaking.
It wasn't a really happy marriage.
Yeah,
So she was
yeah.
probably looking for,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
companionship initially, and she found, I mean, a lot of times when I speak to women who are gay, it's because, well, women are easier to get along with. You know,
Here's
we
the
just
bridge.
are.
Yeah,
And we've
and
got
what are those?
much more in common.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
and,
They
it's
spin really
it's not so
fast.
much
Yeah,
that
but
I
what's
don't
the
like
name?
men, it's that women are just, you know, easier, we get
Ka-
along. And what happened in
Ka-
her case was, you know.
I've already
the marriage
forgotten
was,
it.
Kent.
Kent.
you
Kent
know, going along, but
screens, yeah.
she wasn't
And
really
those
happy
days,
in
of course,
it.
they steered
And
like
she
that.
just happened
Now
to
they
meet this
steer by
woman,
little
and she
things
wasn't
sticking
Like
up.
that.
for,
Yeah.
for love, or she wasn't saying to herself, I'm gay.
A lot of
But
telegraphs, my
gradually,
God.
They just,
Those
they
are
just
for the,
became
the
closer and
engines.
closer,
Yeah.
And she found the, you
One,
know,
two,
the love and
three,
support that she
four.
needed, that she was not getting in the
Two
marriage.
wheels.
And if that
complicated,
was to be
yeah.
classified as gay, well, as she said, so be it. This woman also brought two children to the relationship as well. She was married before. So,
Yeah, they
you
searchlights.
know,
I've used those a few times.
it
What they
came
use for
down to
Morse
human
code or
needs
something?
and what they were
Yeah,
not
you do.
getting
You-
from their marriage, and they needed
Yeah.
closeness,
You
they
just
needed stability,
use
they
the
needed
side
someone who understood them, and
Yeah,
they
there
both
he
had
goes
the same
again. Kent
backgrounds
Clearview
and
screens.
children and the same goals
Kent.
in life, and before they knew it, they had bought a house together, were living together, and she
whistle
looked so
control.
happy. She was a different person, because I had known her when she was
There's
married.
the
And I didn't
horn.
see her for a few years.
Yeah.
She went and worked someone else, where else, and then I saw her a few
Oh,
years
on a
later. and she
nice
was
platform,
just,
two of them.
She was just so happy, and I thought,
And that's
great.
some guy
You
up
know,
there.
good for you. It wasn't as if she, you know, suddenly said, well, I think I'll be gay now because I'm not doing
Yeah.
so well on the heterosexual front, so
Yeah.
maybe I'll try this.
Who knows?
Yeah, yeah.
So you wonder sometimes whether it's actually hormonal or not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
That's for
that
the
it has
starboard
become
propeller.
more open.
Shaft.
Engine.
Yeah.
Outer shaft, yeah.
In
It's for
some
the
cases,
shaft.
Propeller
it's
shaft.
become
Propeller
too
shaft,
old.
yeah.
That's why you're
see
getting
it
these
here, you
very
see.
confused
Yeah,
3 and 10-year-olds,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
saying,
Oh, a lot of work
I'm
went into
bi,
those ships.
trans,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
When you think, well, this
you
is
know.
heavy
Well,
steel.
that's, as I
Heavy
say,
steel.
that's
Oh,
what's
yes.
in the media, that's what's
yeah.
pushed in their
A
face.
lot of work.
You watch
All
the
that
program
heavy
on
steel.
TV,
Yeah, I mean,
it's
just look at
quite
it.
appalling.
Yeah, well,
It's
I
amazing.
watch CNN. Do I have a
Well, that's
choice?
appalling, no, that's appalling in itself. But I mean, all the other junk, I mean, I haven't seen what children watch for cartoons of late. I don't know, I don't have
Wow.
a good idea. I see ads for some of the
Propellers?
stuff, and I think,
35
oh my God,
tons.
that's dreadful. That is really awful and ugly.
Manganese,
and
bronze,
I
and
don't-
brass.
Heaven only knows what they talk about during the program, but this is all, you know,
That
coming
was a
at
big
them.
prop.
Plus, then of course,
The
yeah,
guys
they-
lined up
they've got
along the
whole
bottom.
internet
1, 2,
coming
3,
at them
4,
too.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
And
10.
people are out
10
there saying,
million.
oh yeah, well, I'm
At
you know,
least.
gender fluid.
Yeah.
One day I'm this, and the next day I'm that,
Yeah.
and you know that's
If a
acceptable.
whale got in the way of that, there wouldn't be much
Okay.
chance to.
Yeah, well, start
Nope.
saving for therapy now because you're going to
I
need
mean,
it.
it's now, look how smart it
That's
is.
that's my fear is these,
Yeah, they
these
was-
children are going to be
Yeah.
Terrific.
so
So
confused.
Yeah.
Well, they had an inner and an outer prop,
Add that to the mix.
as opposed to
Anyway,
all 4 in line.
So what
They had the 2
Sarah
outboard
thinks is
ones.
And one.
bisexual is
And,
probably
yeah.
inboard.
normal.
Yeah, that's inboard,
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
outboard one.
Yeah, a guy and a
2
gal
outboard,
like
2
each other.
inboard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2 and
that's
2.
bisexual.
And I
Yeah.
also really have a lot of good girlfriends.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I must be gay.
like you saw the
Yeah.
telegraphs
Yeah.
on the
Oh, I
bridge.
know, I
and
know.
Each one. would
One for
operate-
each.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
yeah.
that rings
some
in the
ways I feel
engine room.
Badly for them.
and
and
the
then I
engine
think,
room
well,
actually make the thing
you know,
do it.
the parents going along with all this stuff.
Pumps.
I don't know. I don't know what I would
Wow.
do. I really don't.
Tower
No,
shaft,
yeah, I'd
40
probably
feet.
have them, yeah, probably go and see a psychiatrist or psychologist just to have someone to talk to. so-
Gosh.
So that they could hear it from somebody else or understand what it is they're talking about. They don't understand what they're
Yeah.
saying. Bisexual. Really?
Yeah.
How many women and men have you been to bed with?
Yeah.
Well, I had a sleepover with my girlfriend. Does that count? You know, no. Oh, it's confusing. It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, and it's too bad because like Rebecca and Sarah were left there.
Yes.
If I went on the bridge for one of these larger ships that are in service now,
Yeah.
like Princess
Of
Cruises
course.
or
Oh yeah. Oh,
Caribbean or
absolutely.
something.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't know what to do.
Seen with my kid sister.
And of
Yeah.
course,
Everything's buttons and
Oh.
levers.
they couldn't have
No.
all these friends.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
I think that has helped
Oh yeah.
Sarah get, yeah.
Yeah.
I still find it amazing that
watching
these ships
too much
today,
TV.
that although their head office could be anywhere in the world, say Berlin, Germany, Tokyo,
Anywhere.
anywhere, and wherever the ship is,
be shocked and appalled at what they're
they can
Apparently
get
next
all
night,
the information
Oh yeah.
because I
on the
said
engine and how it's
when I
going,
talked to her
temperatures,
the other night,
everything.
just for a chat.
So it's just
From
unbelievable.
there.
No,
Yeah.
sexuality.
By satellite.
Sure.
But
Wow.
we were just chatting.
Incredible. Yeah.
I said, "And what were you doing?" And she said, "Watching."
See, that's why one of the reasons it's high-tech stuff. It's the
the
crews are very small,
That's good.
like those big container ships
Yeah.
you see down at.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they wouldn't carry a
What
crew
does their
more
dad
than
think
10
about
people,
all of this?
including
I
the
mean,
captain.
Well, as I
Captain,
say,
cook.
he was
That's it, just 10 people.
About that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
about half a dozen seamen.
bisexual. He
Oh, that's
said
it.
there's no
That's it.
such thing.
Oh,
I
okay.
couldn't believe that.
And I just told him to zip
But
it up.
everything's
Yeah, don't
operated,
say anything. Yeah.
Leave it alone.
Yeah.
by
And
buttons.
he has, because she's happy, she's not talking about it to him. And
Okay.
Wow.
Everybody's smiling on the
as far as
outside.
he's concerned,
Okay, it doesn't exist.
Where did you get
Okay.
this?
All right.
Dusty jacket.
Where's that?
That's downtown.
Yeah.
Where downtown?
Yeah.
Do you know where the Dusty jacket is, Mommy? I think it
Oh,
moved.
it used to be in the Maritime Center at the bottom of Spring Garden Road. Used to be in the lower floor, you know, the Maritime Center where the Capitol Theater used to be, the
Right there.
big 16, 25-story concrete thing right at the bottom of Spring Garden.
Oh, yeah,
Barrington and Spring Garden, it's
Yeah.
right at the T.
yeah.
It used to be in the lower floor in there, that was where the Dusty Jacket used to be. I don't know if they're still there.
I
They
think
had-
they've moved.
Oh, okay.
I think.
You might be able to look them up and see what their address is. There are a couple of really nifty little hideaway bookstores along Barrington if you walk, you know, further down towards the Atlantic Superstore. There are a couple of
Oh, yeah.
really little,
Yeah.
cute little bookstores, cafe kind of places. They're
wonder-
really fun.
They're still.
Did you
there.
pick this
Well,
up?
that's what I wanted.
Yes.
Oh, good.
I think
So where did
one
you
of
pick
them,
it up?
one I'm thinking
Dusty
of
Jacket.
probably disappeared because I
Which
was
is
down
where?
there. I don't know, 6
Where
weeks
the,
ago with a
uh,
girlfriend, we happened to be walking along
Where your
there.
mum's saying?
Yes.
Okay.
We were looking for a place to get coffee.
I don't know if it's
and
still
I-
there or
I
not.
said, oh,
Yeah.
there's a little book nook down here. And
As soon as I saw it, I just had to
didn't see
get
the
it.
sign still,
Yeah,
so
I'm
I
not
knew it
surprised.
Probably
Interesting.
disappeared, yeah. I
Very
was really
interesting.
sorry to see Pier 1 go.
Nice chair.
I like that.
Gone.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
nice.
because we have a little, you know, part of the shopping center here, on our side.
I like the
Little
photographs.
strip
Yeah.
mall, and Pier 1 was one of them, and Pennington's and another women's store.
It's called the Long
Pier 1's
Gallery. I'm
closed.
not surprised.
Yeah. And
It's
they're
quite a
chain.
walk.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're a big chain. I thought, boy, they must have really been, their margins must have been really small if they had to go under so soon. And it was early on, it was, you know, 4 months ago or something that they closed.
Second cup up the road from us, it's gone.
Yeah.
And we love Second Cup.
Yeah, I do too.
There's,
I do
there's
too.
one
I
at
like them.
Sunnyside and there's
It's a
one
restaurant on Sea Deck.
at Bears Lake. But, you know, this one was just up
Around the corner,
road.
yeah. Oh, that's too bad. Is it that location they've closed or?
Yeah, no.
They haven't closed, geez, yeah.
The trouble
Yeah,
on
there
those
used to be a-
passenger ships
there was a second
is that
model
from
I
the
went to.
all the officers,
I
from the
was taking
captain
French
down,
classes,
um,
and it was winter.
had
and the
to
buses were
have
on
a
strike.
table
Perfect storm.
for lunch and
Perfect
particularly
storm. The
dinner.
classes started at 8 o'clock.
So it was.
But if you were downtown later than 6:30
was a
or
big,
7, you would not find a parking spot. There
commitment
would be
because you had to be
nowhere
there
to
at a
park.
certain time and every day,
So,
and you had to be
uh,
pleasant
John
to
and I
all
would,
these
get
passengers.
up
You know,
at
they got
5:30
tables
or
of some
God,
tables
awful
8
hour,
on a table,
and drive
sometimes
down
more.
to be,
At least.
downtown to
Yeah,
find a parking spot
and
by about
they
6,
expected you
10
to know
after 6.
everything.
And Second Cup was the only place that was open where you could wait for an
So
hour.
they'd
and a
Everything.
half
They'd ask all
or
these
so before my
questions
class
about the
started.
stars
It
and
was
things.
just God-awful.
Gee.
Yeah, the
But I
buses
found
were
I
on
could
strike
say
from
I could
December
say enough to
just before
convince them that I
Christmas,
knew
the second
something,
week of
and then I'd
December
change the
until
subject
second week of
quickly.
January or something. It was just awful, and it was mightily cold.
Oh, of
I
course
mean, it
it's
was
cold in
just
Oh, that's pretty good. That's cabin class.
awful. There were not enough clothes in the world you could put
No.
on to stay warm. So I would, we'd find a place to park, wherever we could find a place to park, and then I would walk to Second Cup, and I would be, practically an ice cube when I got through the front door.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Well, this one was early on in COVID,
Oh,
probably the end of March.
mm.
And,
yeah, a lot of people smoked in those days.
I walked out.
Back then.
That's the smoking room.
And so the manager was out.
Tourist
putting
class
sign on,
smoking
and I said,
room.
What's going on? And she said, well, a lot
Mauritania.
of the staff are afraid of
Rosyth,
COVID
that's a
and not wanting to
place in
work.
Scotland.
Oh
too.
yes.
She said, so we're really down to almost no one. So we're going
For
to
the kids.
close for a while.
Yeah.
Playroom.
So I
Yeah.
said, oh, that's
Tourist
good." She
class.
says, hang on, she says, don't go away. And I said, oh. She said, no, just wait there. And she went in, and she came out with what I always thought.
Yeah, in the
Wow.
time I was
Yes,
on one
yes.
ship,
She said,
the Alcantara, we had
and
to
I said,
dress
oh my goodness. And
um,
she said, look,
every
she said,
evening
you're a regular.
in mess
And
dress
she
kit
said,
and all that
Oh,
stuff.
yes.
So much
Oh.
stuff here.
Real pain.
She said,
Oh,
Very
what a
formal.
shame.
Yeah,
You know what I-
everything's
Yeah,
formal
go
there.
on, sorry.
So
Nobody would
anyway,
even have
that
lunch
was
without a
fine,
tie-
and
collar and
then,
tie.
temporarily closed,
And a
I
jacket.
would see people drive in and see.
It's a different world.
Yeah,
Just
with the
reading
sign
the
and turn
sign.
around, yeah.
People drive up
There's
and
Alfie.
park and get out, and look at the door with the sign, and this went on. And then one day, when we were walking, we parked,
Oh, fancy.
and then a truck came up with a locksmith thing on it.
Oh, never a good
And I
sign.
thought, oh, they're opening after all, we're gonna put a new lock on the door.
No,
And I
no,
thought,
yeah, well, yeah.
Have you read this book?
Optimism. We'll call it optimism.
So,
Have you
I
read
just
it?
looked at the
and
pictures.
the
Yeah.
next day I read the sign.
Oh, this is really interesting.
Shoot. Well, I hate to say it, but I think I'm not so sure it was people, being
Yeah.
bothered by COVID. Because
Yeah.
I can stay home and get $2,000, so I'll stay home and get
That is a long deck.
Yeah,
Promenade.
Promenade
What a
deck.
shame,
yeah,
what a
Ooh.
shame.
yeah. But, I mean, now obviously, there was a problem
God, walking from
Oh,
one end
yes.
to that ship to
Yes,
the other, you
yes.
get tired out.
Yes,
with that.
well, exactly, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you
And
wonder.
the owner apparently is in Toronto,
Oh, yeah, that wouldn't surprise me,
so.
yeah.
And I was saying, like Second Cup started in Quebec,
Yes, yes,
and a good friend of mine, classmate, her stepbrother was one of the people who started
founders, oh, really?
in New Brunswick. They're,
Okay,
that's where it started,
right,
and then they sold, and
yeah,
I had a hospital there,
like Tim Hortons, yeah.
operating tables.
And she said that all.
So if they
the
had a
ones in
hospital, they must have had a
Montreal
doctor aboard.
Because they weren't French.
On the ship's crew.
Yeah, okay, yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah,
that
sea
was
trials,
Quebec.
you're right.
Yeah,
Maiden voyage.
yeah, get out of Quebec and focus elsewhere, yeah.
Just in Southampton at the
Could be a
time.
problematic market,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I was saying something to her about, St. Cup, because of course her
There's a
stepbrother.
little ship there.
And
Must be a
she
ferry
said,
of some
oh,
sort."
you still got Second Cup? And I said, well, yes. But, and she said, well, they've closed them all here because they weren't French enough.
Boy, she's going full speed there.
At least. Look at her bow wave.
Yeah, that's speed, she's on speed trials.
Anybody born
Just
in
slicing through the
Canada,
water.
Yeah, this one's full speed too.
I really
God,
believe
can you
that.
imagine the noise in the engine room?
Yeah, get the training. and-
Deafening.
I was never down there when the engines were going like that. Only when they were going slow.
Yeah.
Where you did.
Yeah,
You know,
R&R, Royal Naval Reserve.
I mean, I learned it from,
yeah, yeah.
okay, I don't speak it well anymore, because I
No, you lose it very easily.
know,
No, nobody to play with.
no.
Yeah.
But I remember, I used to get 100 in my oral French, and I'd only get in the mid-80s on my written.
Oh, written.
What's that
stuff.
damaged bell,
Yeah.
Queen Mary?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
Collision.
because my grammar wasn't always up to scratch.
Scratch.
What collision was that?
As a kid.
Right, right.
Having
Yeah,
temporary
yeah,
on
exactly.
Queen Mary
Yeah.
And
went
my-
to Boston.
my-
Same way in English. Yeah.
Yeah. And my
I think it was with the
mother said,
Kurosawa.
"Will you please
You're right, it's
speak
right here.
English
Curacao.
to Len so she
Can
can
learn
learn
English."
English.
This
So
is the
we
problem.
start out playing, and I
Therefore, it was also partly at fault. On the other hand, it was commonly
Well,
agreed
exactly, yeah.
that it was the
yeah,
duty
this is-
of the
yeah, this is
Curacao,
really
How do you
awkward.
play dog?
the
Yeah,
generally much more manoeuvrable
Okay,
ship,
let me translate
to
that
keep
before you.
clear
What
of
I
the
meant,
Queen
yeah,
Mary,
kind of the moment has moved
which she
on.
had no reason to
Yeah,
believe
exactly.
had abandoned
Yeah.
her zigzag, and the cruiser should have gone hard and starboard at least 2 minutes before the collision.
Never learned English until then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
there were
then,
300 lost.
much to my surprise,
God, 300.
she came down
People in the front of the ship.
godmother for Scott. The French thing was taking over.
That's where it
yes,
hit.
yes.
And she wouldn't
Right
speak
there.
English.
Yeah,
Wouldn't speak English.
well, that's the Curacao.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And she could.
Oh, of course she could.
Well,
Yeah.
she must have almost cut that in half.
I think
Okay,
she
well,
did.
there's an approach.
Yeah? Or bisected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bisected and sank the cruiser.
Her boyfriend was very much a separate.
Not too surprised.
Oh, well then, okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That explains a lot. Yeah,
Which is too bad.
yeah.
But, you know, they were not given a lot of encouragement.
No, no, they weren't.
And so then when they, yeah. Like we
God, we
didn't
got
recognize.
almost
that it was a
15,000
good
troops
thing to
there.
speak more
At
than
least.
One
language.
language.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what it says,
Look at
15,000.
the northern
European countries. Yeah, oh, I know. Yeah, 3
That
or
was
4
during World War
languages.
II.
Yeah, but then you have to because all of the,
Yeah, no,
all of
I
the
mean-
countries speak it different.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's normal for them. And
That's
they all
right.
speak English.
That's right, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Normal.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So what's wrong with, and of course,
well, let's not talk about
south
the
of the
US.
border.
Yeah, let's not talk about the US.
There she is in
I mean, I'm
Long,
not even sure they
Long
speak
Beach,
English.
California, yeah.
You
Where she
listen
is
to the
today.
news, My
Yeah,
ears
been-
just cringe
Been
Been there
listening
long.
to the
Got
news.
friends there now.
I
Oh,
think-
God.
But you know, I used to,
Oh,
two of my cousins.
What are they changing to? A sort of a nightclub or something? Or a museum?
yes, a floating hotel
The
museum.
other one in the
Yeah?
army, and
Yes.
Oh,
after the war, when I would go down every summer, be at my grandmother's house, and they were there, Teddy and Raymond, they'd stop me and they'd say house, say out.
say
And they
roof.
laugh
Yes, yes, yeah.
because I said,
No, you say.
see,
Yeah,
these names are still
You say
around.
roof.
Sperry.
yeah, you say R-O.
Sperry now puts out
Rough.
the compasses, the
Say
gyro.
Say F-O-Y-E-R.
Now it's
Yeah.
different from
Foyer.
what it was then.
Yeah,
But they used to supply the
Yeah.
Sperry gyro compass.
I mean, I was just a
To all
little
ships.
kid, so,
Yeah.
they used to.
of course,
That was
of course.
some time ago.
Yeah,
And then, of course.
But
when
they're
I
still
was
around,
going
doing a lot of work. The whole
to
company.
My cousin Lois, who's 4 years older than I, and my cousin Joan, who was 2 years younger than I.
Wow.
So the three of us were very close. When I would visit, it was a big deal. So, anyway, I was going to the movies with Lois, and we were taking Joan, and we were going to see Johnny Belinda. Now, you never saw that.
No, I don't know that.
I know. What was her name? Anyway, she was a deaf mute, and she was raped, and she had a baby.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a very, like,
Yeah,
I
that's
shouldn't
quite,
have
no,
gone.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's pretty,
So anyway, Raymond and Teddy knew we were going down
There are all
to
these things
downtown,
that the
go to
telegraphs,
movies,
Okay.
because
all
in
brass,
Montreal,
solid
you were like,
brass,
go till you were 16.
and all the
Oh,
bells
yeah.
were
because
brass.
they had that
The
far.
huge bell up forward
Anyway,
was
so
brass.
go to movies.
And that was a
I
cadet's
always
job,
got to
that
couple of
every day,
movies while I was
everything had to be polished
there. They said,
before you had breakfast.
which theater are you
Wow.
going to?
Yeah.
Everything.
I said once
Where-
People in Dubai.
I finished with that ship when I
and
was
they knew the
finished my
plot.
apprenticeship
And so,
as a cadet, and
I said,
I
I
went back
didn't
to
know.
school, and
so
they.
they called Lois, and she, so
I
she
thought,
made up and
I hope I never see a brass thing again. I sure as hell am not going to polish it. That one
And
did
so they
not
said,
like
okay,
that.
don't you dare go to, I don't know,
Whatever the
Palace
theater
or
was, or, yeah.
So
Oh,
air conditioning. When's that?
Came back.
okay.
So what was the movie you saw?
Oh, they couldn't have been too happy. That was way over your head and, yeah, hardly entertaining.
However, when I was 9, my mother gave me the facts of life.
Mm-hmm.
She told me.
Good.
Now I'm 9, so my cousin who's 4 years older than I am,
Did not have the facts of life.
she already had her period,
Mm-hmm.
just recent. And
That was
I
it.
gave them to her.
Oh, okay.
And the 3 of us, we used to sleep on the polite couch.
Oh,
The 3 of us.
Oh, cute.
So Lois is on my right.
Colossus,
probably.
New
She's
York,
on one
Lithuania.
side, I'm in the middle.
Right, okay.
And
Okay.
Joan's
Kenya,
on the other, and
William
Joan kept going
Deutschland,
like this, because of course she was
Archana.
young.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I'm not.
Wait till
she's
you're
Normandy.
only
6 or 7, yeah. Do I need to hear this now?
3 stars.
Yeah, yeah, it'd be too much to take in.
1936.
Yeah, it'd be too much to take in.
She kept
89.
saying, stop talking,
Yes.
stop talking.
Yeah, well, I can, yeah, if only
Wow.
they would do that now. Now they're,
What do
now
you
they're
think?
bisexual at 10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gee.
yeah. Or
That's one of the
boys-
reasons why I got this.
Boys turn girls at 3. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can
there's
you
something to
imagine
be
being
said for
captain of that ship? You're
that. Yeah.
responsible for
You know,
all
my
those
mother
people.
was determined that I.
The whole ship
nobody
is your
else would
responsibility and everybody
tell
on it.
me.
Yeah, and you didn't get it in school,
Boy.
of course.
No.
No.
But
Ooh.
she wanted me to know,
Good for
and
her.
we were going to have our hair done. And instead of taking
Well, there's no
the
question you
bus,
could get lost on it, that's for
we
sure. You
walked.
get lost for days.
And she,
During that.
Literally.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
First thing you do is
Good for her.
find where the galley is.
It was, and nobody ever told her.
Well, that's quite
No,
something.
no, you have to figure this out by yourself.
Gee, I
yeah.
thought I had
Is it really
good
birds
books,
and
but-
bees? How does that work? Yeah.
This is great. Oh,
There's another picture on the back if you turn it over.
We're-
weighs a ton.
Our times change.
Oh, they do. They do. Yeah, we're kind of in the extreme right now, the other side, other end of the pendulum. Yeah, yeah. It's
Sometimes I think.
They were
it's
good-looking
my
ships,
age,
weren't
and I
they?
think,
no, it's
When I
not.
remember my parents.
Now about
saying,
every ship looks
you
like a
know, getting
torpedo.
shocked at stuff, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
thinking,
yeah.
thank God
These have
they're not
style.
alive now.
No, no, no. I remember Norman Hazlitt telling me
Nice.
when I was, oh gosh, it would be out in Chocolate Lake. And he and Laurel would come out with, I don't know how many boys they had at that point, 1 or 2 maybe.